Shout out to Serhant and the Sell It community. So I'm actually speaking on Thursday. Brian Henry, say hi to the vlog. He's right there.
Hey vlog.
You know, you always got to learn in this industry, and I think that's a huge proponent on people that are successful and people that aren't.
Yeah, it's great. It was great. You know, it's tons of information. You think you know it all, but you don't. So it's great when they came out. I didn't realize that you know, the insurer was coming out, so that was a nice little touch.
I do think the cottage market's gonna pop off. Like now that the sun is out and things are gonna dry up, I think, because you know why? Because everybody's freaking out about the States. So everybody's selling their places in Florida.
I'm staying here now.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the lockdown again. It'll be people are like, I want to buy local.
That's a good.
Real estate agents and entrepreneurs can get really down on themselves when they're not seeing the growth that they want. It's funny because I've had a conversation over the last month with person after person after person, and I'm talking top performing real estate agents in New York City, people on my own team, people that are cutting hair, anybody that's trying to achieve anything. And I told them something that a mentor once shared with me that I thought was incredibly valuable. And that was, if I could only judge you by your calendar and your bank account, who would it tell me you were trying to become? And I say this as much for myself as anybody else. If I took an honest look at both of those things, it would tell me where am I spending my time and where am I spending my money. I'll give you a very simple breakdown on how I look at things in the framework that I've created for myself. It's a stack. It's really simple because I need it to be. It is faith, family, fitness, fun, finances. If my heart's right with God, I'm in a better place to serve family. If my family's happy, I can do a workout and feel great about it. If I've taken care of my mind, body, my spirit, my family, I can go have fun. I can go shoot my bow. I can go for hikes. I can go paddle boarding, go to the beach, whatever. If all of that's taken care of, I'm going to be very happy at my work and work really hard. If you've been around the channel for a while, you've heard that before, put a 1 in the comments. If you haven't, put a 2 and then hit that subscribe button. And I'll tell you why I share that stack. Because people work jobs they hate to buy things they don't want to impress people they don't like. And then they're frustrated because they can't do the first 4. So flip the order, stack your calendar, think about where you're spending your money and check on it on a regular basis. Today, I'm going to take you behind the scenes with me. Obviously, did my morning routine. You saw that. I'm actually going to head to the Mayor's Breakfast in Grand Bend, Ontario. We activate in a lot of our different markets, so it's important to be in places like that. Then I'm heading to the office for a big meeting on a massive commercial project that Prime Commercial's working on. Then I've got stack meetings up until a presentation that I'm doing to the entire Serhant brokerage, so all of the Serhant agents and the Sell It community. And I'll explain a little bit on how I got that platform, so it should be a fun day.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the potion, loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, this matter, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I got to run this show.
So, for context, one of the busiest guys in the game. One baby that is here, another baby on the way, bought a brand new house. He's an actual farmer, busy in the agricultural space and closing deals. We're talking about how actions and ambitions matter, where you spend your money, where you spend your time. Why did you come to training today? What did you get away from it? I'll let you talk directly to the camera.
Yeah. You know, you always got to learn in this industry, and I think that's a huge proponent on people that are successful and people that aren't. So when you make the time to come to training like we're having today, you grow your knowledge, you know, you have questions, you learn from other people in the room. That is going to build, you know, your knowledge, your abilities, and put you that much higher on the podium compared to everyone else in the market.
I will say that the lack of behind the scenes footage from that training we just did actually is an example and proof positive of what is important to us right now. Meaning, this channel is actually not the most important thing to me right now. I would love to make it one of my very biggest goals, but this is actually a channel that I do more as a creative outlet for myself. Hence why I was really focused on trying to be engaged and learning as much as I could in that session about the lending environment in Canada. What I find one people do wrong quite often is they don't actually pay attention. They go somewhere for a meeting. They've got their phones out, they've got their laptops out, and yes, I'm a human being. I actually had to take 2 calls while I was in there that were like, the house is burning down for clients, and I will always be available to make that happen. But I really like to be intentional with the meetings that I set, what we're there for, and try and get as much out of them. Speaking of which, on my calendar right now is called Roger Horvath, a commercial specialist on my team, and I work on Iron Homes with him as well. He's a former helicopter pilot, very interesting character. Big love for Roger. I'm going to call him and see if I can get any good content for you guys. So, call Roger Horvath.
Calling Roger Horvath.
Mr. Roger.
All right, today.
Good. How did you find that session on LinkedIn?
Yeah, it's great. It was great. It was tons of information. You think you know it all, but you don't. So it's great when they came out. I didn't realize that the insurer was coming out, so that was a nice little touch, and it was great. I got a lot of value out of it.
Awesome. Brian makes it happen. I was gonna say, the day that I tell you I know everything, run for the hills and go work somewhere else, because I'm probably gonna lose it all.
Oh man, so true. It's so true. Just gonna give you a quick, just a quick update.
You're doing a great job day-to-day communication and knowing the market. I really do mean what I say in terms of like your expertise and your focus. Yeah. I think
sounded like its answer still.
I do think the cottage market's gonna pop off. Like now that the sun is out and things are gonna dry up, I think, because you know why? Because everybody's freaking out about the States. So everybody's selling their places in Florida.
I'll stay here now.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the lockdown again. It'll be people are like, I want to buy local.
That's a good.
Now there's a record of everything. Every time I sneeze, I'm pretty sure it's online somewhere. So
so we are kicking off on April 1st, next Tuesday. You are more than welcome to come. Anybody on your team. We are kicking off with the press conference at 11 o'clock. It will be held at Joe Cool's because that's where the downtown cleanup began. So we're being historical in our time frame. That's April 1st, Chloe, and I can give everybody the timeline because I have it all written down. Then we do 12 days of cleaning, which is primarily an awareness campaign, like don't forget to recycle, don't forget compost, like that type of thing for 12 days. And if there's any programs going on, we add about it in social media. April 11th will be the 20-minute London makeover, which we hope you guys will take part in. We are launching. Pardon?
Of course, we always love doing that.
I figured you would. So at 2 o'clock, doesn't need to be at 2 o'clock, but we will be at Westmount Mall because Westmount Mall is doing an environmental expo weekend.
Oh, interesting.
So we thought we would partner with them to give them some recognition because it falls into our guidelines, and we're going to clean all and around that area.
So many people surround me, and now everything something I told you 2 weeks ago, it means nothing.
Hey Microsoft, how about you don't send me verification codes right before my meetings? Talk about not putting your customers first. I way prefer Zoom or Google Meet as a one-click to get me into the meeting, especially when it's a super important meeting like I have right now with Brian Henry. Shout out to Serhant and the Sell It community. So I'm actually speaking on Thursday to sell a membership because we have a phenomenal relationship with Ryan Serhant and his crew. I'm happy to give secrets of what is working for us and our crew to their crew because they have been so forgiving to us. So now I'm trying to get into this meeting. can tell Brian Henry to use a different platform than Microsoft. I know Ryan Serhant uses Microsoft for his email and everything else, so maybe that's why. So hey, Ryan Serhant, maybe get away from Microsoft, because I don't like those that much. Alright, put on my glasses, and I also have an incredible listing appointment at maybe one of the most expensive houses in London, Ontario. So I gotta get ready for that, of course. But I've also blocked time in my calendar to allow me to not be falling forward. One mistake agents make in scheduling is quite often they do everything back to back to back to back to back, and then things get behind, and then they're falling forward and they're late for appointments, etc. You can be really careful about that. Brian Henry. Oh, I'm trying to. Do you not see me? Hey, you're looking at my steering. There you go. I'm trying to talk to myself. What's up, killer? No, I am. 10 out of 10. That was my favorite Brian.
Honored to be your favorite. And
Brian Henry, say hi to the vlog. He's right there.
hey, vlog. How are you doing, guys?
Good. I'm going to stop recording now because we're going to have a private meeting.
One, Hunter doing it. Two, so Ryan's on vacation Thursday, but then when he found out that this was happening, he was like, I actually still have to work on my vacation and do the lesson myself, because that's like a thing he does, and he feels like he hasn't given it to them. And sometimes when we try to solve Ryan's problems for him, he actually doesn't want us to solve the problem. He wants to just have the problem and do it himself.
Oh, I can tell you though, like, if I was working with him, I would want to hear from the guy. And it probably makes him a little less crazy, so he'll enjoy the time with Amelia, feeling like he did something for his business, and everything's happening, right? So I understand that mentality quite a bit.
Totally. So I was just like, all right, but we have a whole plan. He's like, it's got to be me. And I was like, that it is. Then it's you. But we're still booked, and you're still busy.
Personally, I feel like the Q&A for me is the best, because I'm really more comfortable on the fly, just being honest. And I'll be honest about the LinkedIn topic. Like, the only thing that I have about the LinkedIn topic is I'm not a black belt at LinkedIn. I do have a consistent thing that I do that is generating great conversations from people that may not objectively show or engage online. Like, I'm building up this readership and it's converting to deals. I think like an overarching conversation that him and I can have is being able to float between creating a very strong brand by which you create authority, by which you create real human connections. LinkedIn can be part of how we're doing that. My events, where I film my podcast live as well, like how I'm stacking all of my different efforts to achieve the end goal. So like the LinkedIn article is a small part of that, but I think the best piece of value I can give people is anchoring stuff Ryan's taught me about how I'm doing things differently, how it looks like I'm doing a lot. It's not really that. It's more the intentionality behind what I'm doing that's achieving the result. So that was definitely kind of fun. He said that I could record some of that meeting, so hopefully that was some fun behind the scenes. Maybe I'll try and record some from the actual session on Thursday when I'm talking to Ryan and the crew. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully you got some value from that. Now I need gas.
Second.
I'm the freshest in the place, running laps with my vibe and you can't keep the pace. Head to toe while I'm dripping in style, I'm fly with $1 million smile. Cannot beat me, never could you see me. When you this fresh, everybody wanna greet me. Check the clock, now I check my